In continuation with the linear algebra, we'll be dealing in today's session as algebra of matrices. So by the end of the session, you'll be able to check the equality of matrices and evaluate the addition, multiplication and scalar multiplication of matrices along with their properties. Then what is equality of matrices? If we have got two matrices with m cross n and x cross y, then they are equal if the number of rows equals to the number of rows, both the matrices are equal, then the number of columns are equal of both the matrices and the corresponding elements have to be equal. Like Aij is equals to Bij for all I and j. I is moving from 1 to m and j is moving from 1 to n because of this order of the matrix. Okay, now let us go for one example, which is the example from the GATE examination. So it's if these two matrices are equal, we have to find out A, B, C, and D. So what we have to do? We have to form the equations because the corresponding elements have to be equal. So we have to form these equations. They are equal, then we can find out. So we have got four unknowns. We have to form four equations. So these are the equations. A minus B is 5, 2A minus B is 12, 2C plus D is 3, 2A plus D is equals to 15, and we will be getting the answer as this. A is equals to 7, B is 2, and C is 1. Then in the next, it is addition of matrices. So what is addition of matrices? If I've got two matrices with m cross n and m cross n, they are the two matrices, then the addition is possible if the order of both the matrices are equal, as we have seen the last, they are have to be equal. Similarly here also, the addition is possible and the corresponding elements will get added into it. Now let us consider here 1 3 2 1, which is the order 2 cross 2, and 1 3 1 2 2 1, which is the order of 2 cross 3, right? So is it possible to have the addition of these two matrices? No, because the number of columns are different in both the matrices. Though the number of rows are equal as 2, but the number of columns in the first is 2, second is 3. So it's not possible to have the addition of this. So what are the properties? The properties, first is commutative. That means a plus b is equals to b plus a. Then it is associative, like if I will add a plus b and then I'll add c into it, which is also same as if I'll add this two first and then a into it, will be the equal, that is associative. Then existence of identity means null matrix is the identity. That means this after addition of particular matrix, the original matrix will not change. That means a plus 0 is equals to a, which is same as 0 plus a. We why this two conditions have come up here? Because of the first, that is commutative, like a plus 0 is equals to 0 plus a. Therefore this is like, that means what, my to prove the next identity I have to take my the previous identity help. Now actually this GATE examination, you don't require the proofs, but yes, you will require the important properties to solve the basic solve the important questions. Okay, the existence of inverse, like if I have got matrix A, then after multiplying each and every element of that A with a minus sign, I'll be getting the existence of inverse. What do you mean by existence of inverse? If I'll add both of them, I should get my identity element. That is, I should get here as the 0 or a null matrix. So we have got here a 0 or a null matrix. So these are nothing but the addition of two matrices. Then we have got one more, which is very important law. It's known as the cancellation law. Cancellation law holds good if a plus b is equals to a plus c is equals to b plus is equals to b equals to c. What is the meaning of here is, that means what, this a, if you'll observe, it's there in both the sides. Therefore this b and c, they are equal. Therefore b equals to c. Okay, and this is nothing but b plus a is equals to c plus a is equals to b equals to c. So similarly here also we can cancel out this small this capital E out of it. Now multiplication of two matrices, here multiplication of two matrices, this A is equals to Aij m cross n. That means A is having m cross n and B is x cross y. Then the multiplication happens only if, very very important, and most of the time you have to form or you have to find out the multiplication of two matrices. A cross B, that is multiplication of two matrices, possible only if number of, what is this n? N is number of columns in the first is same as the number of rows in the second has to have this n equals to x, then only the multiplication will happen. Okay, after getting multiplication, okay, first we have decided that multiplication is possible. Then what should be the resultant matrix, the order of the resultant matrix? The order of resultant matrix would be m cross y. That means if you can easily see here, I have said that n equals to x, and therefore my resultant matrix will be of the order m cross y, right? And multiplication is like this. I'll explain you with example, don't worry. So it's summation of AIR is equals to BRJ. If you'll observe this R position of this R, they are equal. If they are equal, then only the multiplication will happen. And therefore it's first row, first column, second row, second column. And this I and J shows that this I will move from 1 to m because we have got m number of rows in the first, and this J is moving from 1 to Y because we have got the second matrix B, we have got in B number of columns as Y. Therefore, this I, the range of I would be from 1 to M, and the J will move from 1 to Y. And therefore, this is, if you observe this 2 over here and then 2 over here. Let us see a very simple example, very important, because this multiplication most of the time will require the multiplication of matrices. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Order is 2 cross 2, right? It's 2 cross 2 if you'll observe here. And this is also 2 cross 2. That means what I have got, the number of columns in the first is same as the number of rows in the second. And my resultant matrix would be of 2 cross 2. Okay, so how this is possible? So it is nothing but 1 cross 4 plus 2 cross 2. That means it is like first matrix row into the second matrix column. This multiplication will happen. So it's 1 cross 4 plus 2 cross 2. So this first row and first column multiplication will be here at this position. That is in the resultant matrix, it will be in the position first row, first column. Then again it is first row, second column, right? First row, second column will happen here. That is first row, second column. So this is what is the element over here. So it's like 1 cross 3 plus 2 cross 1. Similarly, the multiplication will happen this way. So 3, 4, 4, 2, right? 3, 4, 3, 1. So in this way, the multiplication will happen, and the resultant matrix A cross B is 8, 5, 20, 13, which is again of the order 2 cross 2. As I have told, it is of m cross y because it's a 2 cross 2 over here. Okay, properties of matrix multiplication. First is it's not commutative. Means what? If I have wanted to find out A, right? AB will not be equals to B into A. Always. Some cases it is possible, but most of the time this A into B is not equals to BA in general. But that is not commutative. Then matrix multiplication is associative. That means if I multiply A into B and then multiply the product of this two with C, I will get the same with B cross C first and then with A. So it's associative. Then distributive over matrix addition. That means if I'm adding this B plus C and then multiplying with A, it will give me nothing but it is the to B plus A into C. So matrix multiplication is distributive over matrix addition. If A is M cross N matrix, then this is also good, holds good for this identity matrix of order M. So it's like this here, IM into A is equals to A into IN. What is this IM? It's nothing but the identity matrix of order small m. Okay, why this is pre-multiplied? This holds very important because it's not commutative. Matrix multiplication is not, means IM and into A is not equals to A into IM, because if you'll observe this IM, what is the order of a matrix M is M cross M, right? Which is and into A, the order of matrix A is M cross N, right? It's M cross N. So this multiplication happens because the number of columns of I is same as the number of rows of A. Therefore, this is pre And this is nothing but here a post, because if you observe this A m cross n, if I'll multiply this with I n cross n, so if you'll observe here, this is n and this n is possible, and therefore the resultant matrix would be of m cross n, and which is same as my capital A. Okay, the product of two matrices can be the null matrix, while neither of them is a null matrix. Like for example, if we have got two matrices, multiplication of two matrices can be a null matrix, though A or B cannot be a null matrix. That means what? The product of two matrices can be a null matrix here. Okay, the multiplication of a matrix by a scalar. So it's very simple. Capital A is suppose this and K is 2. So if I am multiplying K with A, to multiply with this 2 with each and every element of the matrix, and therefore multiplication by the scalar is defined as it's Aij with m cross n matrix and K be an E scalar constant, then matrix obtained by multiplying every element. It's very important, every element of A by K is called a scalar multiplication of A by K, and it's denoted by K into A. So this is what is nothing but K into A. It's scalar multiplication. Properties of them, it's A and B, two matrices with K and L are a constant. Then it's very simple. You can just you have to remember, because it's for the GATE examination. But my suggestion for you all is, whenever we are going ahead with the properties, though I have given you just a list of the properties, you just take a random matrices, might be a 2 cross 2 matrix, very small matrices, but see all those properties, try to prove those properties, so that what will happen, you will never forget this. You don't have to make any extra efforts to remember those properties. Just solve one or two, take one or two matrices and solve each and every this property, so that you will getting those very. So it's K into A plus B is Ka plus Kb, and this, if I'm multiplying this K plus L first, adding this two and then multiplying, I'll be getting its Ka plus La. Similarly, this over here, because the proofs are not there, so this is what I have. My target is to give you the list of all the properties, as well as the notes of the things. So these are the properties. So K into L into A is equals to K into La plus it's same as L into K. So it's just the change of the position. Yes, this K and L can change their position because they are scalar numbers. They are numbers. They are not a matrices. Otherwise, in a matrix, it's not possible to shift the position of A without any reason. But here in this K and L, we can just have the change of position. Similarly, minus K into A is equals to minus of Ka is equals to K into minus of A. And this is 1 into A is equals to A. And this is what is the properties of a scalar matrix. Similarly, if in place of A, I'm putting this minus A, I'll be obviously getting minus of A. So just take one or two small examples and just try to prove those properties. So this is from the algebra of matrices up to the scalar multiplication. Happy learning!